Hi everyone, and welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf. And today we're going to fix hooking your driver. So if you battle with, if you're right-handed with the lefts and it's just going dead left, either dead left or short dead left, which is even worse, check out a few of these things, and hopefully one of the 4 things I'm going to present to you today can help. So the very first thing is we've got to check your grip. So if you're hooking your driver, and I've seen this a bunch, it's not because your grip is too strong, okay? It's because this hand is either on the club wrong, or typically it's moving over through the strike, okay? So the face, the only way we hit a hook is if this toe is twisting over through the strike, okay? That's the only way we hit a hook. Now you can come over the top and keep the face open and pull it and cut it back in, but the only way we hit a hook is if the toe of the club is going this way, so it's turning down through the strike. So now your left hand, as it goes on the club, it's in the fingers and over. Now your right hand would be more of a culprit if we're doing that, if it gets stuck too far underneath, okay? So if my right hand is too far underneath, right, the minute I swing it back, it shuts the face and it locks the shoulder up. So not only is it shut the face, but when it locks the shoulder up here, the club is going to go straight up and across the line. Okay, and then that's going to get into a path issue, which is our next stop. When I swing back down, the handle is going to work out this way and the club face is going to be way behind me. So this is where I see most of the problem when people hook it, is somehow the club gets into this position when you swing down. The handle gets too close to the ball and the face is coming way underneath and open. That's why we have this head cover here. So we can learn to get the club face out in front of us a little bit more. So again, with your grip, make sure that your hand is on the side of the shaft and it's neutral, okay? So it's not crept in way underneath here. So your hand is gonna go right on the side of the shaft. Number 2, path. Now we know we wanna hit it from the inside. Can we overdo that? Absolutely, okay? So when you swing, we're swinging on a tilted circle. If we get under that circle or under the plane and we're coming into the ball this way, is I would hit this, move this out a little bit, I would hit this head cover. See, if my club head's coming this way, so the handle's going out and the face is going way underneath, see, my body has to stop and my hands are going to flip the face and the toe is going to come over. Again, when I see people that have trouble with hooking their driver, hooking the ball, it's usually the better player. They can feel that club's out of position and everything stops and their hands try to hurry up and catch the face up, and usually we overdo it. So path can be a problem of what I just stated here, where the handle's working out towards the ball and the face is under. What you'd want to feel is how the club works on a pivot, and the pivot works on this plane line or this swing arc. So basically it's a line that would go all the way through the shaft of my club. I'm working on an angle here. So again, so underneath is where we're at. Pretty much everyone that's hooking it, they're stuck underneath, and again, they've got to twist the face. So let's look at what the club should be doing. Yes, it's working slightly from the inside, but not way under the plane. So the club, when it swings back, if it gets halfway back, this club is going to pivot back and pivot down. Pivot back and pivot down, okay? Again, when we hook it, it comes back here and we get stuck way underneath and we have to go and flip the face. So we're gonna do split grip drill, which is once I grip the club, my right hand's gonna go right on the graphite of my driver here, and I'm gonna feel this pivot up and down. So again, if you're having trouble hooking it, this is gonna feel very different. As you swing down, the handle works in and the face is starting to work out this way a little more. Because again, what's stuck is, or under the plane, why we hook it is this way, which is totally the opposite. So give split grip a try and feel how the club pivots outside. It starts to feel like it's working outside your hands a little bit, or I would call it inside over the top. The next thing I would work with is watch your trail hip. Again, it goes right along with what we just talked about of how the club or the club conditions coming into the ball. And I see this so much, if your first move is your trail hip moves directly into the ball, right, we're going to get into that position. This right hip is going to push this handle out, and I'm going to get right into that position. Okay, so the feeling that I would have for you is left foot, right foot back. So my toe and my heel are right in line with each other. Split grip, and start to feel how this right hip gets out of the way, right? And if anything, it pushes back, and you can work the club back in front of you. Back, and if anything, your right hip pushes back, and the club works out in front of you. Okay, so we can give this a try where we make practice swings. Pull your foot back, and just feel how the club, even if you overdo it, that's okay. Pull your foot back and start to feel how the club works here, and the handle works in a little more, and you start to work the face out. So the face of the club would be outside this driver head cover. So we'll hit a little one here, left foot, right foot back. So again, I'm going to swing back and feel the club pivot, and then I can feel my hip stay back and the club pivot back out in front of the head cover. And the ball goes pretty straight. I can feel the face of the club kind of come around and feel like it's coming around this way. So as the handle works in, the club is pivoting this way. And now it's slightly from the inside rather than my hands working directly at the ball. So we're going to check your grip. We're going to check the path of the club for sure. And then what your right hip is doing. It has to move out of the way so the club can pivot properly. Again, handle gets in too close, we got to save the face and hook it. The last thing I'd like for you to look at, if you're having trouble hooking it, is what your left hip is doing, or your front hip is doing. This front hip is a stabilizer to this club face. If I move into the ball, or if I'm moving into impact, right, and this hip locks or stops, and the club face keeps going, okay, this is going to go, the club face is going to go straight down the line, and the momentum of the club is going to twist the face over because this hip isn't working. Okay, so for most of us, just to get it back online a little bit, get this hip moving. This hip is going to stabilize the face. So now the club can go left and the toe can go up. The club can go left and toe can go up. So you can see how the face is working this way. It's square to the plane line. If this hip stops, this club can't go left. It's going to go straight down the line and the face is going to twist. So again, what I would have you do is hit some shots, and when your lead leg lands, this hip pushes back and up and away, and feel like the toe is working up and left. So feel the toe working up and left. So let's hit one. We're going to make your left hip get out of the way and the toe work up and left here. So it really does a good job of stabilizing the face. So check your grip, check your path, and then again, these hips are critical in making sure that the club face is stable on the way back and on the way through. So I think no matter where you're at, one of these things are going to help you, and I would check them in order: grip, path, hip, and then the follow through with your left hip and how the face is working. So I know one of those things is going to help you immediately. So give this a try. Stop going left off of every tee. Get it going down the middle of the fairway. The game's going to be a lot more enjoyable. Hi everyone, like and subscribe to my channel, Billy Fitzgerald Golf, for all tips on golf. If you'd like a live lesson or want to send me a message, visit me at billyfitzgeraldgolf.com.